Section 2.7 is percent of change. We've seen the percent formula, percent over 100 is equal to part over whole. We have a new formula for the amount of change when we're trying to calculate percent of change. It's percent over 100 is equal to the amount of change over the original. Example 1, determine whether each percent of change is the percent of increase or percent of decrease. Then find the percent of change. In example A, the original was 20 and the final was 3. That is a increase of 3. So we're going to write our formula, percent over 100. The abbreviation for amount of change is a triangle. That means change over original. So we don't know the percent, so it's x over 100. The amount of change is 3. The original is 20. So here's a proportion where we're going to have to cross multiply. X times 20 is 20x is equal to 100 times 3 is 300. Divide by 20. We are allowed to use a calculator. A calculator is encouraged in this section. 300 divided by 20 is 15, and that is 15% increase. Example 1b, you need to find the percent of change. The original is 25, the final is 7. That is a decrease of 8. So we have our formula, percent over 100 is equal to change over original. We don't know the percent, it's x over 100 is equal to the amount of change is 8 over the original is 25. Cross multiply, that's 25x is equal to 100 times 8 is 800. Divide by 25. And we get x is equal to 32%. Example C, the original is 66 and the new is 30. That is a decrease of 36. Oh, by the way, right here we need to put decrease. So our formula again is x over 100 is equal to change over original, or really it's percent over, and then we plug in an x. The amount of change is 36, the original is 66. Cross multiply, that's 66x is equal to 100 times 36, 3600. Divide by 66. Now in the calculator, we get 554.54, 54, 54, and it keeps on going. We need to round, but it didn't tell us what to round it to. If the directions said to round to the nearest whole percent, it would be x is about 55%. Using our rounding rules. Underline the 4, the 5 tells us to round up, so it would be 55%. But what if the direction said round to the nearest tenth? Then we would underline the 5 and look at the 4, and the 4 tells us to round down, so it would be 54.5%. So usually the directions will tell you. If the directions do not tell you, you can make that decision on your own, but make sure you read the directions. Example 1D, we're going to find the percent of change. The original is 9.8, the new is 12.1. That is an increase of 2.3. The formula is percent over 100 is equal to the amount of change over original. We don't know the percent. It's x over 100 is equal to 2.3 over the original is 9.8. We go to multiply. X times 9.8 is 9.8x. Is equal to 100 times 2.3. Remember, there's two zeros, so we move our decimal 2 places to the right, so it's 230. Divide by 9.8. And in the calculator, it reads 23.46938, and so on. Now, it does not tell us what to round it to, but because the original problem was in the tenths place, I'm going to round to the tenths. So it's x is about 23 point, look at the 4, the 6 tells us to round up, so it's about 23.5%, and that was an increase. Example E, the original was 24, the new was 40. That was an increase of 16. Again, the formula is percent over 100 is equal to change over original. So that's x over 100. The amount of change is 16 over the original is 24. Cross multiply, that's 24x is equal to 1600. Divide by 24. And the calculator says 66.666. It keeps on going. If, say, the direction said round to the nearest hundredths. If it did, then that would be 67%. What if the direction said round to the nearest tenth? Then it would be 66.7%. So make sure you do what the directions tell you to do. Example 2a. The number of cruise ships in North America increased 18% from 2000 to 2005. There were 192 ships in 2005. How many were there in 2000? Okay, once again, we must write the formula. Percent of 100 is equal to the amount of change over the original. Now, in this problem, they gave us the percent. It's 18 over 100. Do we know the original? The original is the number of ships in 2000. All we know is that the in 2005, which is the new, is 192 ships. So we don't know the original. It's X. And the new is 192. So it's the 192 minus the original. And that gives us the amount of change. Cross multiply, 18x is equal to 100 times 192 minus x. We're going to have to do the distributive property. Now we have to solve for x. This 18x is sitting over there all by itself, so we have to add the 100x. Divide by 118. And we get x is 162.7 something. Now, in this case, it doesn't tell us what to round it to, but common sense, you can't have 0.7 of a ship. You either have to have 162 ships or you have to round up to 163. You cannot have 162.7. So, it is about 163, and make sure you label about 163 ships. Example 2b, a record percent of increased tuition at Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois was 5.4%. If the new cost is $33,408 per year, find the original cost per year. All right. Again, we have to write our formula down. Our percent was 5.4. Do we know the original tuition? We do not know the original tuition, but we know that it increased to $33,408. So to find the change, it's the increase minus the original. Okay, cross multiply, that's 5.4x is equal to 100 times 33,408 minus x. Now you might have to turn off your the recording to use your calculator to make sure that I am correct. We're going to add 100x on both sides. Now make sure you line up your decimals here. So it's 105.4x is equal to 3,340,000. Okay, divide by 105.4. And when you do that, you will get, in the calculator, you round, this is money, so we round to the nearest penny. So it is $31,696.39. That was the original tuition. Example 3A. Marta is purchasing wire and beads to make jewelry. Her merchandise is $28.62 before tax. If the tax is 7.25% of the total sum, what is the final cost? To calculate tax, we just multiply the amount of the item times the percentage rate. So the cost of the item was $28.62 times, now percent. Remember to change a percent, you move the decimal 2 places to the left and drop the percent. So the decimal is right here. We move it 2 places, so it's 0.0725. Using your calculator, you multiply and you get $2.07. And again, we're going to round to the nearest penny when we're dealing with money. Now, to get the final cost, you add the amount, $28.62, plus the tax, which is $2.07. And you get $30.69. Example 3B. A new DVD costs $24.99. The sales tax is 6.85%. What is the total cost? Okay, first we have to calculate the tax. So that's $24.99 times, again we have to put 6.85 into percent. We move it 2 places. So it's 0.0685. Multiply 24.99 times 0.0685, and you get $1.71 is the tax. So the total cost is $24.99 plus the $1.71 for tax, and you get $26.70. Now I'm going to show you a little shortcut if you can remember this. If you cannot remember that, that's fine. You can skip a step and go straight to the total cost by putting a 1 in front of the decimal, in front of the percentage rate. So it's 1.0685. So test that with your calculator and see that you get 24.99 times 1.0685, and you get $26.70. You can use this shortcut if you can remember it. 4A. Since Tyrell has earned good grades in school, he qualifies for the good student discount on his car insurance. His monthly payment without the discount is $85. The discount is 20%. What will he pay each month? Okay. Everything is, percent is always out of 100. So if his discount is 20% off, 100 minus 20 is 80. So he will pay 80%. So it's easier to calculate the discounted price by multiplying the price of the item times the percentage that he will pay. 80%, which is 0.80. Or we can say 0.8. And 80% times 0.8 is $68. So the discounted price is $68. A picture frame originally priced at $14.89 is on sale for 40% off. What is the discounted price? Again, it's 100 minus the discounted price is 40%. So how much is he paying? You are paying 60% of the item. So to calculate the discounted price, it's $14.89 times 0.60, or we can just say 0.6, same thing, 0.6 and 0.60 is the same thing. Multiply, we get $8.93. So that is the discounted price for the picture frame. Example 5A, a $60 printer is on sale with a 25% discount. Tax is 6.75%. What is the final price of the printer? Okay, first we have to calculate the discounted price. The discounted price, I'm abbreviating, the printer is $60. We get a 25% discount, so we are paying 75%, so it's going to be 0.75. $60 times 0.75 is $45. Now we have to calculate the tax. And to calculate the tax gets added to your bill. It's 45 times 0.0675, which is $3.04. So the final price is $48.04. And again, you could have skipped and gone straight to final price is the 45, put a 1 in front of the decimal times 1.0675, and you would have gotten $48.04. 5B, a shirt originally priced at $65 is on sale for 35% off. The tax is 8.65%, which is the Dallas tax. What is the final cost of the shirt? Okay, first we have to calculate the discounted price. The discounted price is 65 times 100 minus 35 is 65. So we are paying 65%, so that's 0.65. Using your calculator, that gives us $42.25. Now to calculate the tax, 42.25 times 0.0865. So the tax is $3.65. So the final cost is $45.90. And again, you could have gone directly to the final cost by multiplying 42.25 times 1.0865, and you would have gotten the same thing as $45.90.